before we even start. Oh, Mona's already here. Hi, Mona. Guys, we're doing a story time. I'm gonna do a story time, and I wanted to make this a TikTok series, but I actually think I'm just gonna do a story time on live because it's just better that way. So I'm gonna do a story time of things like, hi Skyla. I'm going to do a story time of things that my exes or ex situationships did that just turned me evil. Like that just turned me cold hearted. And actually, they weren't funny at the time they happened, but hi guys. They weren't funny at the time it happened, but it's funny as hell now. I can laugh at it because I'll do the same thing. So yeah, guys, we're gonna just do a story time. I might get in trouble for this. I might get in trouble for this. So enjoy the tea, enjoy the drama. Basically, I'm telling a story of whatever. Okay. I'm telling a story of things that happened to me that turned me evil. So basically, I had this one ex. What should we call him? Let's call him, I don't want to use his initial. Let's call him Seaman, right? Seaman. I had this one ex called Seaman. And I was deeply in love with him. Deeply. Like, guys, when I say this was my first love, I was like, what the hell? I love this man. Cool. We start a relationship. Bit. We are in this, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm in a violent mood today. But basically, we were going strong. We were like, this is probably our 3 weeks that we have started dating. And then he just decides the one night, because I sleep early as hell. Like, I sleep at 9-10 every single night. And also, this was a while ago, so definitely not anyone recent. Don't worry. Anyway, I go to bed. I'm at his place, by the way. Mind you, I'm at his place, right? And he lives in the same building as all of his friends. So he goes and he says, babe, I'm gonna go play what is it? Like FIFA with all my friends, right? I'm like, cool. Yes, guys, I'm still going on the walk. I just had to get the story off my chest first. I'm like, cool, go play FIFA with your friends. That's not like something that he doesn't do. Thank you for the rose. That's not something he doesn't do. So he goes and he plays FIFA, right? And I'm thinking he's gonna come back home at like 1 a.m., 12, midnight, whatever, because it's like 9 and I'm going to bed. Then he comes back at 3 a.m. And I'm like, hello, and he wakes me up and I can smell that he's high. He's high. I can smell it on him. I can like obviously tell that he's not acting normal, so he's high. So I was like, okay, did you guys smoke? And he was like, oh yeah, like we smoked, whatever. And I was like, okay, but did you have fun? Like, tell me about it. And he just couldn't like tell me about how like what went on. And I'm thinking, that's weird, but maybe he'll tell me in the morning when he's actually like, when he's actually sober. So we go back to bed. Then his phone starts ringing. And I'm like, who's calling you at 3 a.m.? Who's calling you at 3 a.m.? And I'm like, okay, but I'm trying not to be that crazy girlfriend because, like, oh my gosh, just don't be crazy. So I'm trying not to be crazy. And I'm not checking his phone, whatever. By the way, I have my Face ID on this man's phone. So I could have checked if I wanted to. But I don't check. But then he starts getting messages. Back to back. I'm like, I can't even sleep because his phone is just ding, 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 ding. I'm like, okay, bet. Let me go check what's up. So I open his phone and homeboy is passed out. Mind you, homeboy is passed out. I didn't even have to like sneak and take his phone and do I was fully making noise. I took his phone, I put my face in. Why do I see messages from his ex talking about some, oh, thank you for like consoling me and comforting me like in this really hard time. I really appreciate you coming over and, just making me feel like, making me feel so safe, and thank you for making me feel like okay after everything that happened. So I'm like, okay, putting 2 and 2 together. Obviously he went to go see his ex who also lives in the building. So I'm like, okay, he went to see his ex instead of see his friends. Okay. He lied to me. And by the way, I hate being lied to. Yo, that is like if there's anything that gets me triggered, it's when you lie to me. That's when I'm instantly off of you. If you lie to me, I'd rather you hurt me with the truth. I'll respect you more if you hurt me with the truth. If you lie to me, that's when it's over. It's wraps. And also, I stop being nice after you lie to me. I stop being nice. If you tell me the truth, I'm very forgiving and I'm very understanding. And even if I'm upset, I'll still be very gracious to you. You lied to me? That goes out the window, ho. That goes out the window. I'm gonna call you every slur name under the okay, not slur, but every cuss word under the sun. Like I'm gonna say what I need to say. And I'm not gonna hold back, no mercy. Anyway, so cool. I check it and I'm like, bet. What I should have done and what I would do now, if I was put in that situation now, the way I'd act differently, I would have slapped him out of his sleep. I actually would have out of his sleep and been like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? But no, because back then I was a demure, gentle, peaceful, naive, innocent little girl and girlfriend. I was like, okay, so I silently packed my stuff. I silently packed my things because I had a bag to stay over with him for that like week. And then I was like, I silently packed my stuff and then I sat on the edge of the bed. I sat on the edge of the bed and I just waited until he woke up. I waited from like 4 a.m. until he woke up at 10. That was 6 hours and I was raging the whole time. I couldn't even go on the phone. I was literally just like sitting here and I was just silently raging the whole time. Like I literally I was sitting there raging the whole time. Cool. Then he wakes up eventually. He wakes up and he's like, babe, why do you have your bag? Babe, what's going on with you? And I'm just like, who's so-and-so? And like, I just say her name. I'm like, who's she? And he's just like, oh, that's a friend of mine. And I know he's lying because I saw in the text messages that they are exes. It's cool. I see that. I was like, don't lie to me. You already lied to me. Who is she? And he tells me, oh, that's my ex. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, babe. Why did you go over to her last night and tell me that you were going to your friends? And he was like, no, I did go to my friends, but then she called me up and she was crying and she needed me. And then I took a friend with me and we weren't alone together, I promise you. And I was like, so why did you smoke with her and stay with her and all that stuff? And then why did you lie? Like, why did you lie about it? Why didn't you call me and be like, babe, my ex is like in a really bad place and she needs me? Also, her, why do you need him? Why do you need him? Don't you have other friends? Never in my life have I been like in a bad space or I've been crying and I thought, oh, I need a man. A man is going to help me solve this. I've never called any of my exes when I'm down. I've never called like a guy friend when I'm down. I've never been like, oh my gosh, a man would help me solve this. Like, yes, a man is good for emotional support. What? Like, what? No. So cool. And I was like, yo, she should have called her mom. She should have call your mom, bro. Call your mom. I would call my mom. I would call my mom or I'd call my besties. Don't you have besties, ho? Oh, you probably lonely as shit, huh? Maybe you did need him. So you two can be lonely together. Fuck asses. Anyway, let me relax. Let me relax. Anyway, so cool. Whatever, he's trying to spin lies, and I'm just like not falling for it. And then eventually he's like, I'm so sorry, like nothing happened, I didn't believe him. I went home. I literally went home and I was like, I'm never speaking to you ever again. Did I speak to him ever again? I did. We actually continued to date for 3 more weeks after that. And then I broke up with him because it took me 3 weeks for that anger to like actually build up where I was like, actually. And then he was crying. And then I was just like, you know, when you just are off of a person, when you just like emotionally can't do it anymore. Like you're just like, oh, okay. Like for me, it takes me a while. You can do something to me now, and only in like 3 weeks to a month will I be like, oh, that was actually messed up. That was actually messed up, and I'm off of you. And then I feel nothing for you. So it takes me a month to like break ties with you, right? And then I never spoke to him again. And I was just like, yeah, but that's my little story. There's more, but my friends were like, you need to make this into a TikTok. This thing is so finished. He was like, you need to make this into a TikTok. They always think crying is gonna help. I'm sorry to say this. I don't care if you cry. You didn't care if I cried. You did not care if I cried. Why would I care if you cry? Why do your tears hold more value than mine? No. Anyways, I'm meant to go for a walk now because it's a beautiful day outside. And I wanted to take myself on a solo date to this one restaurant. My friends wanted to come, but I'm just like, I need a day by myself. I just need a day by myself. Like, I don't know if anyone ever gets that way. It's just like, you just need a day by yourselves. How many times a day do I use this lip gloss? Every second. I think this thing is on my lips every second. So yeah, I just was like, okay, cool. That's my little story time because I was just thinking about it and I'm laughing about it now, but actually that did change how I trust people. Like I don't trust people anymore. Lip oil over lip gloss anytime. Lip oil. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, that was it. That was literally it. And I don't know if I should walk to this place, but the Ubers are so bad. The Ubers are so bad. I actually like, I can't. The Ubers are actually so bad. The Ubers are actually so bad. I'm taking off my glasses because they're just heavy on my face, but I can't see without them. I literally can't see without them. I actually can't see. I just took those off and I can't even see the screen. I can't even see the screen. This is so bad. I can't even see, like, that's so bad. I can't see a thing. Everything is blurry. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. I'm so young and I can't see. Well, glasses for actually I need to put these back on. I can't see. Wow. Thank you. Gosh. Anyway, also I made a TikTok about Dagestan and stuff, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, how do you know that?" Guys, it's no one taught me that. I just genuinely I'm on that side of TikTok and I don't know why. I literally don't know why. I don't know why. How do I explain to a guy like no one told me that I just am on that side of TikTok? How do I explain that? Oh, are you asking about my conch piercing? I was so confused about that question. That's why I didn't say it because I was like, what are you asking me? This one did not hurt when I first got it, but it's been hurting for like 6 months after that, but now it's healed. Now it's fine. Now I can do anything to it and it doesn't care. Like, it's fine. But it hurt for a while after that. It hurt for a while. I think I want to go to the beach. Do you believe you can be friends with any of your exes? No. No. And I don't think you should be friends with your exes. I don't think anyone should. Like even my exes, I'm like, if you're friends with your no, I mean like when I'm in a relationship with someone and I'm like, if you're friends with your ex, tell me now so that I can dip because I'm not playing that. I'm literally like not. Do I have any tattoos? I've got two. One on my back, one on my rib here. I don't believe in being friends. I'm not friends with any of them. Actually, recently I just cut one off because we were friends and I thought we were good. And then I heard some stuff and I cut him off because I was just like, oh, you like people like to play the long game with you and they think you're stupid. Like people want to play this long game of, oh my gosh, like, um, they think they can get back with you if they just stay in your good graces for long enough. Not me, partner. Not around here, partner. Not around here. Hit the road, dude. Hit the road. Like, no. No ways. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There's no spinning back. There's no nothing. Not now. Mm. Not now. So yeah, I don't think you should be friends with your exes. I think if you're friends with them, it means it's not over. It means it's not over. And personally for me, old energy will keep you stagnant, bro. Old energy will keep you stagnant. Mm-mm. Would you go back to your never? None of them. There are none of them that I think, and I hold no hate for any of them. Like all of them, I'm like, I just wish you the best life and I wish you well. But I just can't. Like you can't. You can't, guys. You just can't keep old energy in your life. And I don't know if you guys have heard of the law of, what is it, equal exchange. As soon as you like give up something that's of high value to you, you'll get something back of equal value. And that's what happens in my life. Every time I let someone go that meant a lot to me, I get something even better in return. So like, I don't know, it's like a give and take. You've got to be willing to give if you want to take. So yeah. Anyways, let me go for my walk. Thank you for listening to my TED talk. I'm gonna go. I'll probably go live later, but I have church later. I'll see if I go live. Anyways, thanks guys. Bye.